is, with this particular mark, you can't buy or sell. Can somebody tell me what a radio frequency chip has to do with that? A radio frequency identification is meant as what? A GPS. To find location. Where's my dog? A sister wrote me and said, my dog has an RFID chip. I said, well, maybe he can go buy some land for you.
So what do you think the mark of the beast is, the RFID microchip?
The microchip? Did you say microchip?
What's your thought on the mark of the beast in the book of Revelation?
The mark of the beast in the book of Revelation. You mean 666, the number 666? What significance do you think I think it has?
Yeah.
Or what significance do I think it might have? Well, I think at the time it was written in code.
Right.
Because for political reasons it had to be, and it was common to do that at the time. I think it's largely allegorical, and I think that the numbers 666 refer, by some theories at least, I'm not saying that I necessarily espouse that theory, but by some theories at least, that it refers to the number in either Aramaic or Greek or Roman numerology, which is to say, you know, for every number there is a letter that corresponds.
Right.
Okay. And that it would spell out Caesar Nero. Because.
Have you ever heard of something called the RFID microchip? And what you think of that?
That's that thing that the government's trying to do. They're trying to place it into people like social securities or something like that. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm completely against that. I think that would, like, a lot of people are because of religion, especially because of that, since the placements that they're trying to put it in are where the mark of the beast are. And with that being said, that a lot of people wouldn't like that, so I think that'll bring a lot of rebellious groups to come up to go up against the military and stuff like that. So I could see probably martial law in the future or something.
So what if, let's say it comes to you now, and probably forcing you to take it, would you accept it, or?
Definitely not.
You can repeat that? Would you accept it, or?
I would not accept it at all.
What do you think the mark of the beast is?
The mark of the beast is like, so you're going to get a stamp. I think the stamp should be 555. 66666, yes. If you have that mark, you don't have any chance of going to heaven.
So if you have that mark, there's no chance of going to heaven.
Yeah.
And what do you think that mark is?
That mark, I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Do you have any like affiliations with it? You just asking.
I went to Catholic school, yeah.
Okay. So do you guys know anything about the mark of the beast that it speaks about in the book of Revelation?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well.
Do you know anything about the mark of the beast that it speaks about in the book of Revelation?
I don't remember much about it now.
Help identify you quickly. They have basically like a history of what you're allergic to.
Right, they can tell you blood type, stuff like that. Okay.
Have that on it. And it could also be used to purchase items.
Right.
Such as go to the grocery store, quick step out. Certain stores started using it. I think, is it Walmart?
It's in your pets. It's in the pets.
Right,
Same thing.
Dogs, yeah.
So it's also a tracking device.
Right.
So would you be for it or against it?
I guess without knowing everything it would be used for, I'd probably be against it.
When I was a little boy, my mother always bring me to the church, right? So I was a little boy, but I always get involved to Apocalypse, which is the last book of the Bible. So what I read over there is that if you at the end in the Armageddon, at the end of the times, there is gonna be only one government for all the year. So it's gonna be just one.
You said one government?
Yeah, only one, like one president.
Okay.
He's gonna be he's gonna put this political stuff So it's gonna give he's gonna put a 1 mark for each person. If you don't receive that mark, they're gonna have to cut your head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then, if you don't get that mark, you will be able to use, you know, the basic, you know, stuff like go to the hospital. They won't take care of you. Well, you need to have the 666 in here or here.
What do you believe that is?
That's basically to be just with Satan, with Satanas.
Have you ever heard of the RFID microchip?
Yeah, I verify, right?
Huh?
The verify?
Yeah, the very chip, the very chip, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What do you think
I do
about
a
that?
document about that in college, in Hostos Community College. So I spoke about it with my professor, and then I started to talk to the people. They didn't believe me, but I know that that's gonna happen.
What do you think that is?
I think exactly. I think that is, yeah, that's the mark of the beast. I think. I believe so, but I don't know.
Hey, where are you from, man?
I'm from Mexico.
Mexico? All right, man.
This is from the book Revelation, the 13th chapter, and the 15th verse on down. And it says this, it says, and he had power to give life unto the beast and unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And that was from Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 15th verse to the 17th verse. Now the mark of the beast, before you can understand the mark of the beast, which I read in the 15th verse, you have to first get an understanding of who or what the beast is. Now when you go to the first mention of this beast is in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter and the 7th verse. And it says this: after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, the fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. I'm not going to get into the beasts, the 3 beasts before this beast right here, but if you get a chance, you read it. It's referring to the Babylonians, the Medo-Persian Empire, and the Greek Empire. And after the Greek Empire, shortly after, the Romans came into power. Now it says in the 8th verse, it said, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. So we know that this beast is not talking about an actual beast in the field. It's talking about a system. And that system is the pagan Roman Empire, going back like 2,000 years ago. Now from there we're going to go into Revelation, the 13th chapter, and we're going to start from the top. See, when you go into the scriptures and get these understandings of these dark sayings, in order to understand one thing, you have to understand something else. You have to understand the root of that thing. You have to understand the history of that thing. Revelation 13:1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea. This is John the Revelator, which was one of the apostles of our Lord, Yahushua. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And blasphemy is talking about when you disrespect, talk ill about somebody. In this case, as you read the scriptures, they talk ill about the Most High. It says, 2nd verse, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet, the leopard represents Alexander the creep, I call him, and his feet were like the feet of a bear. The bear represent the Russians. Although the former beast, the ancient beast, the pagan beast, Russia was not a part of that. Because when you go back to that beast, that 4th beast, that was the Roman Empire, which took over all the regions of Europe, or most of it, but it didn't take possession over any part of what we call today Russia. But the feet of the bear represents the end of something. So it's the Russians that's going to bring this system down. That's going to bring the beast down. Like I said, the leopard is Alexander, the beast is Russia, and the lion represents Great Britain, where America came out of Great Britain. I'm going to read it again. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon, now the dragon right here is interchangeable with the word beast in Daniel the 7th chapter. The Roman Empire is known as the beast, and it's also known as the dragon. Let me prove that briefly. I'm gonna go over one page, or the next chapter, the previous chapter, Revelation 13, which is Revelation 12, and I'm gonna read that. And it said, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars, represent the 12 tribes of Israel. It tells you in Jeremiah that the Israel is likened unto a beautiful woman. And she, 2nd verse, and she being with child, cried, travailed in birth, and pain to be delivered. This is when the Messiah was about to be born. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. That dragon is the Roman Empire. Like I said, the word dragon in Revelation 13 is interchangeable with the word beast in Daniel 7. Dragon having 7 heads, same thing, 7 heads and 10 horns, so we know it's talking about the same beast, and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven. The stars of heaven represent the Israelites, as you go back up to the 1st verse, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. But when you go into the history, this is going back 2,000 years ago, when the Roman Empire was in their power. This was actually the beginning of the Roman Empire. This was during the time of 1 to about 4 BC. And different scholars argue about it, right? But that's when he was born. Now it says, and there appeared another one in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head, and his tail, the Roman Empire's tail, drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. That's when the tribes that were left in Jerusalem were the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The rest of the tribes went to the other side of the world.